I am Ronnie Brown. I'm the principal at Yorktown Middle School in Columbus, Ohio. We use a lot of the information in order to process how we are moving students along the continuum based off of previous experience we've had with the student and previous school experiences the students had. So that way we can see a longitudinal study basically of the students' attendance, their core academics, and also their behavior, and then make informed decisions about how we're going to take that student to the next level. The tool is phenomenal because we get the opportunity to see real-time information for each one of these students and then use that information in order to help teachers and help educators in general move the kids where they need to go. Without the tool, we wouldn't have the information we need to gain in order to move the students where we need to move them. The greatest thing about the tool for me is the fact that once your teachers are trained in the tool, you see them working on it, you see them in their team meetings, meeting the expectations as far as talking about students, talking about real live information and things that directly impact them in the classroom. And then reaching underneath that surface of actually seeing the student and finding out really what's going on with the student in order to help improve the educational process for that student. Well, I think with the tool, it gets everyone talking the same language. It gets everyone on the same page. When we say core academics, we know specifically what we're referring to. If we say, formulating a search pattern or watching a certain kid in regards to attendance or behavior or core academics or subject area, whatever it may be, then we're all speaking the same language and we know how to utilize the reports in order to move those students along and then also to inform how we're going to best intervene with those kids in transition. The tool has enhanced the common planning time because now we have a clear focus of what we're discussing when we talk about particular students. And not only those particular students that may have early warning indicators and any of the ABCs as far as attendance, behavior, or core academics, but essentially all students. So we're moving all students across the continuum. We're moving students from the red level to the orange level to the blues and greens. We're talking about all students, so it impacts not only the students in the interventions you're doing, but also the enrichment activities that you may do with students in regards to those things in order to move them forward. And it gives the teachers an opportunity to discuss not only those students that have those early warning indicators, but all students for the whole group. What we like to do as far as the intervention piece is to make sure that we're essentially packing their backpacks and giving them all the things that we need to give them, the tools that we need to give them, the interventions that we need to give them here, because with a high transiency rate in a district like ours, as they move from our school to another school or out of the district or to another district, essentially we put things in place that can follow that student to the next place in order to help them wherever they may be to be successful. Trying to gather that information at this point in time in this age, it would take more personnel in order to try to find that information. You have to work with your school social worker, you have to work with your attendance secretary, the counselor, teachers, in order to formulate all that information. But the Learning Circle tool is so great because all that information is in one place and you can see actual real-time data. It's updated every single day. So as that information is available to you, you have the ability to go right in and seek the answers that you need right now, instead of trying to wait for this report or print this report or formulate all these different systems together in order to get the information you need, where Learning Circle kind of puts all that information in one place where you can find it real time. Make sure that you get extensive training in the tool so that you can best see how it will drive your school forward. With counselors, teachers, social workers, our school office personnel, and even myself as an administrator, having that ability to see how well the reports and everything in Learning Circle can work to move your school forward is essential. So make sure you get the training that you need and your staff gets the training that they need in order to best formulate how they're going to use the tool to move all students forward.